Hello, this is Dean Phoenix, continuing with my expert grid playthrough of Final Fantasy X. So a very quick recap. So far we've just got Auron, we've got everybody has got these 2 HP spheres and the strength sphere that you get for winning the Luca Blitzball game, which has made everybody a little quite strong early on. So whilst Auron is normally your hardest hitter when you get him, he's at 20 strength. Already Kimahri has 22, Tidus 23 and Waka 20, so they're all hitting about as hard as Auron, and the plan is that when we get to the Thunder Plains, Auron will make his way through Tidus's grid. Instead of going through his own grid, he'll go backwards through Tidus's grid. Everybody will activate the 3 strength spheres you can get for dodging 50 lightning bolts. We'll be doing that and then putting those there, so everybody will be supremely powerful. So we're going to use Lulu a bit in the early game, but really once Yuna uses the expert sphere grid to go through these Ara spells, we'll be stopping using Lulu in all likelihood. And then Kimahri is going to get these 3 strength as well, and then move through Steel and Use, and he can take the Yuna's place of using Cura and things like that by going through her grid. So we're going to be using fewer characters than we would normally and just making it as quickly as possible. The other thing I've also just done is I've just got attack reels for Waka by winning a Blitzball tournament, and I made sure that the top scorer prize soft reset a couple of times until I got return sphere as the top scorer prize, and then had 3 of my Blitzball players tie for the top scorer prize. So I've got 3 return spheres, and the plan for those 3 return spheres is Tidus can save a bunch of S levels by getting back to this node here with one of them. Auron can return to this part of the grid on his, and also, you know, be saving S levels. The ones that it takes him to go through this section of Tidus's grid, he can save, so that's 2 of them. And then the third one will go on making a first strike and strength plus 50% weapon for Tidus, which is extremely useful because it lets you use Slogar all the time. So we're just going to carry on. The aim of this playthrough is to do a bunch of stuff early on and not really have to grind at all after we've done those early bits of grinding. So the Blitzball, that's a sort of grind, that's something that takes a little bit of time. But really, that should be a lot of the grinding sorted. We are not as bothered about having anything like the MP Stroll that I grinded in my regular game. If you watch my OP playthrough, if you're playing on the standard grid, then MP Stroll armors are really good, because you can have Slogar and First Strike pretty much straight away with Tidus, which is great fun. Pretty much straight away when you get to Slogar and the Thunder Plains, which is great. But in this playthrough, it's really not necessary, because everybody has Lancet from being in the middle of the expert sphere grid anyway, so you can just use Lancet every once in a while and not have to grind the Quacktars a lot, and that's just going to be really useful. Kimahri doesn't have Holy, so he's not as overpowered, although he will be hitting quite strong with those 3 strength spheres and the one that we got from Blitzball, so really 4 strength spheres, and that'll be good, but not 100% necessary in that regard as well. So for now, we are just going to make sure that we take out all of these things, make sure everybody gets a turn, and let me just have a look. So let's get rid of that ice elemental first. It's funny because Kimahri will actually be hitting harder than Auron, so he can overkill that. Get rid of the ice elemental last, actually, no need for that. And what do we need to do? Tidus needs to get a hit, Auron needs to get a hit. Yeah. We got Auron there. Yeah, we do need Auron to be getting everything in terms of overkills and stuff like that. What's Ice weak to? Forget sometimes. When you've not played the game for a while, you know, you forget even the basics. So anyway, Lulu gets that kill there. We'll use Lulu until, like I say, we get the Ara spells with Yuna. That'll be good. So Yuna doesn't have anything, you know, particularly useful just yet. Oh, what are we doing? Anyway, one of the other things we need to do is I need to remember to build up Valfor's Energy Blast Overdrive because we'll be fighting Belgamine soon. And you can end that very quickly with an overkill. if you just have that. So I've got to speak to Mation here. Make sure we talk to everybody on this road because you get level 1 key spheres, and you also get level 1 key spheres for beating Earth Eater and knocking him off the cliff, so I'll be doing that too. I'll be having a look at that. Alright. Now there is stuff to pick up here. Just trying to make sure I get all of those. What have we got? There is a valley and a vast plain with a thorn beside. From the thorn, look across the hill to the other side. Oh, so these are the clues for like Riku's God Hand weapon. And because I have all of the Albed parameters from another playthrough and I've got those, we can do that. Just going to check the sound is coming through alright.
Lady Summoner, yes.
Alright, so got all this stuff.
And I'm Alma. There have been reports of a large feat. Do take care. Thank you. Good. We our prayer.
Yeah. Go on.
A large. Let's go.
Why?
It's the right thing.
It's the right.
What'd I say?
Eject. And every time he said it.
So funny. Anyway, get all this stuff. Now before I go into that little alcove that's aside there, need to build up Valfor's.
Don't break any bones, old man.
Yeah, I need to get Valfor's strength up.
Bring it on. Stay down. Yeah.
Try and put dark on this thing, always useful. And you can see they're already doing big damage. Make sure that Kimahri lancets from this as well. Because he learned Fire Breath, which is useful. Okay, so that's everybody having a turn.
Go.
Now, can these things actually hit Valfor? I can't remember. They might not be able to. We'll see either way. I don't think these can actually hit her if I remember. Yeah. So they're not actually any good for building up your overdrive and things. 415. Let's kill that. Wonder how much fire does to it. Smack. Yeah. Can't overkill without that anyway, but I'll just find a fight where something can actually hit Valfor and then I can build up her overdrive from that. Got an ability sphere there. Don't have anything to get from here. Yeah. You're not going to give me anything useful. Most people on this path actually have things they can give you, but... Right, so we'll just get in one fight just so I can get that built up by Valfor. I think it'll have to be the element if I recall. Check out this thing.
Back in the fray.
Let me help.
The problem is I'm going to need to heal Valfor as well. I'll make my way back to the save sphere and then do that. Should have built it up right away really, but it's not a big backtrack, so... See what we get here. build up a little bit of overdrive from doing this. Sonic Wings. How much is Blizzard doing? 201. I'll get in a couple of hits of solid Sonic Wings again because it builds up the overdrive a little bit. And it causes delay every time as well. So we built up a little bit there. In fact, I should be able to just get one more fight and build up Valfor's overdrive. It shouldn't be a problem. So we're at 9:02. So that Blitzball tournament and everything took me about 40 minutes. I actually started a new tournament just to see what the prize would be, and it came out as attack reels again, which is brill.
No worries.
Need to change Oren as well to have the correct overdrive mode. So everybody's taking a turn now except Lou and Yuna. And again, we'll just get Valfor's. Yeah. Just get Valfor's overdrive up a little bit. And then she can just use Blizzard once or twice on the Ifrit that we're going to fight. And then Energy Blast him. So don't need her full overdrive just yet. Just use Sonic Wings a couple of times to delay the turn of the enemy. And then I'll Blizzard it. So it only gets one hit in and then we should be alright. 790 odd HP should be enough. And then if I kill this thing with fire, we should be alright. One more. Alright. And we get the overkill as well, nice. Okay, so that'll be everybody getting the overkill experience for all those enemies. You can see you go up reasonably quickly there, like Yuna's got another level as well. And you can just move forward. I'm not going to detour for prey, you just don't need it when everybody has Lancet, even though it is useful as a rank 1 action. If I remember correctly, Lancet's a rank 1 action anyway, which is always useful to have a quick option available. Nothing really need to do with Waka or Tidus or anybody else just yet. So we can just save those up. Now Oren can move and we could go via extract power, but for the number of sphere levels it costs, you're better off going through this section of Tidus's grid, in my opinion. So he has a load more HP now there. He's got an extra 400. He'll go through haste, get another strength point there and there. So that'll be another 3 strength points on the way. As well as having haste to give him a bit of extra utility, and having 2 characters that can flee and cheer is extremely useful as well. So there are a lot of advantages of having the expert sphere grid really. And also Lou, she could get the extra magic points there. So there's an extra magic and MP plus 20. So I might just save those sphere levels and decide what we're going to do there. But first things first, let us take out this. That's that person that I spoke to a bunch of times already. So we're just going to speak to Belgamy. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, she heals your Aeons anyway. Yeah, so good job I didn't waste all that time running back. Alright. So, yeah, she heals your Aeons. I forgot about that. Brill. Right. So you can't use Ifrit against her Ifrit, but that's not a problem. Just get Ifrit summoned there. For her. Use Valfor, cast Blizzard a couple of times, and then... Well, we'll Blizzard, and then Shield, and then Blizzard, and then Overdrive, and that'll be that. Yeah. Good job I didn't waste all that time running back to the save point. That would have been annoying. I forgot that she heals your Aeons. Not played this for about probably 10 months or so there are going to be some things that I forget. Get a couple of casts of Blizzard. Alright. Okay. So then you have to shield. And then I think we should be good to just do Blizzard, shield, and then overdrive, and it should die. Alright, let's see how that goes. Hopefully that'll overkill. Oh, easily. Wow. Oh yeah, because Yuna's strength is higher because she has the +4 as well, which makes Valthor's strength a couple of points higher. So rather than doing the sort of 2000 something, that would have just killed him one hit. So that's quite funny. But yeah, we've done the shield tutorial and things there anyway. We get a Silence Ward HP +10.
Not bad. Take this.
Piece of equipment for Yuna, which is cool. Echo
With
ring.
more training.
Alright.
But I think.
Yeah.
Huh? Or should I? You.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Anyway. Just equip that. Where are we at? So just a straight upgrade over the Seeker's Ring that we already had. What have we got? Could have Lightning Strike, but Waka's overkilling those things anyway, so there's not much point. I just like having Sensor still. Got that Hunter's Spear, which gives a good boost to Kimahri's strength. So just use that. And we got Poison Touch, which is great for Lu. Water Strike. Yeah. Okay. So already have Loner and Slayer from Orin. Got those by using the very first fight at the start. When you fight the Sin Spawns in Zanarkand at the prologue, you can actually use that to learn overdrive modes. So I did a couple of early grinds which help with things like that. What have we got here? So we'll just lance at this thing. Just to get Yuna's turn in. Kimahri has Dark Attack, which is always useful. And then we can just... let's have a look. Lu can cast a spell on this, or in fact she can also try and poison it. She has Poison Touch, which is cool. Which was a fortunate thing for me to get there. So he misses, gets hurt from the poison. Don't think Tidus took a turn there. And then can get the overkill with Waka. And he'll build it back up from Slayer anyway, and just to make sure that we get the overkill. My favourite timing for attack reels, that one, just get the 2 hits on the first and then there's like a set timing afterwards.
I'm on a roll.
Alright. Couple of ability spheres there, always useful. Good reason to fight the dual horns and stuff like that. Just going to carry on.
Our prayer.
Shall we talk to everybody here? I think one of the people on this path gives you a level 1 key sphere, if I remember. Where possible, you do want to be overkilling everything. If there's one person I'm not particularly bothered about getting turns and it'll save me a bit of time, then if I'm perfectly honest, then that's Lulu, so she'll be the last one that I get. Alright, so Kimahri misses there, not a big deal. Could get Lu in now actually, just because. It's not going to cost me any more time from enemy animation, so I'll just make sure she gets that. And Waka overkills as well. So. Just just really want to focus on the overkills, and that's a big deal. So that's good. Okay, so skip through this. Blah blah blah. Yes, all right, Kali.
Lady Yuna. Yeah. We're looking. I'll do. And good luck.
Okay. Okay, that's a bit pointless, but whatever.
What?
The calm. It comes after a summon. Cinda.
Ah? Yuna's dead, but Sin's still here. Wait,
Don't say it is.
even for people can sleep. That kind of. Don't say your words.
Yeah. Do wish there was more of a skip on this remaster, but never mind. Right, what happens if you kick this ball? I can't remember. Oh, you don't have an option to not kick it. Oh, that's rubbish. Whoops. Sorry, dude. Play for them and shit anyway. Fuck the goers. Give me something. Who is it who gives you level 1 key sphere? I really can't remember. Anyway, so will Aka always overkill this? Yeah, good. Not have to bother with that then. In fact, Lu's like totally pointless in this because there's just no need. And the reason I say that is because she can't overkill them because her magic's not strong enough, but Valfor can. So instead I'm just going to take Yuna's turn and do that instead. So, where are we at? Tidus needs a turn. And then because I've got the animations on short, it won't take too long for Yuna to actually summon Valfor and then kill it with fire. If it would have been quicker, but I think her magic's very slightly higher. Not 100%, I'll have to have a check. Not like Pokemon where you get stabbed or anything like that. Right, so yeah, that'll overkill. That should do. Just for the bonus EXP. Just really not fussed about Lulu on this playthrough. I'm not going to use her endgame because she has a worthless overdrive and a crap. What's the word? She has a dreadful other thing as well. Where we are. You can actually just use Yuna's turns in battle to be healing as well if you want. Another thing Kimahri can learn here. See if Tidus can actually hit one of these. His accuracy isn't as good, so not necessarily able to do that.
You called? Yeah.
But Waka will be able to overkill him with his extra strength. Have Kimahri lance at these, so we can learn that. Orin will probably miss as well, but no big deal. We'll have Yuna come in. See if Ifrit can overkill this thing with an attack. Hopefully it can. Is he going to be able to hit that? No. That's why he's good against the bombs. Overkill that thing easily with Meteor Strike. I don't normally use the Aeons, but because I don't use Lulu in this, I want to get the overkills with the other characters. So much better to do that. And also keep Ifrit healed up because that's all the bomb can do to him. Easy overkill there. That's one of the things that does take a fair bit of time is getting everybody leveled up. But if you're overkilling everything, and you have one less character because you don't need Lulu, then, you know, that works absolutely fine. Let's see what else we've got here. Anything to grab? Doesn't look like it. May have been an Albed Primer here or something else. Who knows? Warren learns Warrior, always good. Not that fussed about having an extra turn if it's going to drag the battle out. So for actually getting characters the experience every battle and things like that, these four are always going to be the main characters that I want to get all of that stuff. I think there is an Albed Primer here because otherwise that's a pointless part, but I've already got that. So let's have a look. Yeah, that's the guy. Alright, that's the only guy I really wanted to talk to. Make sure you get the level 1 key sphere, because including the one at the Travel Inn and stuff like that, that means that you get 2 from... what's the word? Alright, so one person's going to get a turn in there. Might as well get Kimahri in this one. And then same again, just Valfor for the kill.
Please lend us your strength.
Uh-huh. Another easy overkill. I just can't even be bothered using Lulu at all on this playthrough. It's just not going to be long until Yuna gets the black magics anyway. I mean, she's already got another 2 levels there. We move people through the grid. Might as well just use these up, because otherwise the power spheres are just going to waste. Everybody else just remains sat there. So I can either... that's going to cost me 1. That's going to cost me 2 levels. And it'll mean that I can go back to this square instead. Or... just thinking long term. Or I can teleport back to this one, which will cost me 1... 2 3 levels to get to the same place when I'm returning. So I will return sphere to here, and then that would be 1, 2, 3 return sphere. So I actually think it's better to just use the 2 now. Activate this. And by that token, it actually makes more sense for me to go 1 more. It'll take me a little bit longer to get back to the strength nodes, but long term it'll save me a couple of sphere levels. So, and we get guard as well, just to make use of that. Okay, so that's Orin sorted. Everybody else just sits where they are. Do I want to use those or not? Is that magic or magic defense? That is magic defense. Not that bothered about that. Doesn't really matter with Lulu. I'll just leave her there for now. Kimahri and Waka, none of those are moving yet, and we've just used up Yuna's, so yeah, good to go. So it's very important you think about your long-term strategy on the sphere grid. You know, S levels are at a premium early on. Some antidotes there at least. Just going to be ripping through this. Okay. So he just gets killed there, overkill. Waka kills this thing. Kimahri might as well get in Lancet. And then everyone else can get in turns as well. It's only going to cost me 1 turn defending, so I might as well get Lou in there.
Let them come.
And we'll be able to just quickly test how much damage each is doing, Ifrit versus Valfor. Have a look.
Fight on.
Fight on, yeah. And that'll be an easy overkill as well. Yeah, about the same. It's very slightly more than Val 4. So, all good there with Ifrit. More overkills, more EXP, blah blah blah. So, that's why you want everybody getting turns and everything else. We got anything useful here? Just a chest to grab. Oh, 2000 gil, very good. What have we got?
My turn now.
If it's fights like this where you don't have to use the Aeons, then Yuna can just get a turn in by using Cure.
It's over.
I could have got Kimahri a turn there easily as well, but never mind. Not a big amount of EXP for those things, so or AP rather. It's not EXP in this game. And again, get a ton more power spheres and everything else. Nothing else useful to grab there. Okay, so what do we want here? In fact, we'll just have Kimahri dark attack this thing, because the dual horns actually cause a fair amount of damage. Overkill there. Or in a sleep, Yuna can lance it. Might as well have Lou get a turn, seems though it's such an easy one. I don't really need the overdrive for... I only need overdrive with either Tidus or Waka. They don't both need it, so I'll use this to get the overkill because these things give a good amount of EXP.
Haha! What did I tell you?
You're a modest one.
Nothing here? Nope, nothing there. It's just another fight. Okay.
Hey, I'm a guardian now, so watch out.
Let's have Waka definitely get rid of one of these things first. Oh good, Orin actually landed a hit, that's cool.
My turn now.
That lets Yuna again get the overkill. Could very easily do this with overdrives as well, like Energy Rain versus groups and Waka's element reels, because you get a ton back from that, but with this doing 1,000, that's not going to take a particularly long time. Ah, that one where it did 1,000 must have been a critical hit. I did think that was a ton of damage, but you know, never mind. It'll heal me up and then I'll kill it anyway. Alright. Ton of gil there as well. Good, good.
My turn now.
Overkill again. What we'll do instead is we'll just have Yuna heal this thing, and then Lulu can actually kill it. Not too fussed about the overkill here. Alright. Quite a long little section of the road this, but it doesn't take ages. Let's get Tidus get these kills, just because it'll build his overdrive gauge back up. One of the great things about that. Have Waka use Dark Attack there. Might as well have Lu kill this. Now we've got 3 turns, so let's get Lu in, and then Kimahri can get the kill. That's everybody getting kills there as well. It's good to have Kimahri have Dark Attack on this, because he gets like a little bit of extra, a few extra nodes that he can activate and things like that, which is useful. Give him a little bit extra strength and all that kind of stuff. But it also lets him get Dark Attack. Come on.
This mission requires
Yeah. Do you actually get anything for this? I can't remember. Give me some items. I think that might be all the items in this section actually, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Even though we still believe.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you
We should be.
Yeah. Okay, that was pointless. Come on, folks. Bored now. So I'll just get to Chocobo Eater soon enough. Cool. Jesus is almost back to his full overdrive again.
let them come.
I think Oren's had his turn already. So that should mean that Waka gets the overkill quite easily.
Booyah. I'm good,
Good
yeah?
stuff.
We'll defeat.
But
Yeah. Does Shin...
I
do I even need this stuff? Anyway, Shalinda, are you actually going to heal my Aeons and stuff, or are you just going to be a bit useless? Because if you're not going to heal me, then I don't really care.
it isn't. My name is Ship.
Yeah.
You mean the one got?
I heard they were to use
Huh?
the use of Maki.
That's better.
Okay.
They still.
Yeah.
The teaching.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
don't. And it's all because. Don't say. Well,
Oh my
I-
days.
still. People are depending on.
Do you even get anything from this, or am I just wasting time on dialogue?
Now I feel.
Nope. Total waste
I
of
will
time.
do my best.
Never mind.
I will do my best to.
Yeah.
I will do my best to get my.
No, I don't want to talk to you. Right, okay. What's that then? Anyway, I think that's the first bit of High Road pretty much done. Ah, preemptive strike, that's useful.
Let's see some hustle.
Make sure Yuna gets a turn, and then overkill everything again. You can see the benefit of having that extra strength is extremely useful. Can guard with Orin if needed.
See ya!
Few eye drops just in case we ever need those. Although Yuna does have a sooner, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind. Right, okay, so this is the bit we want to be here.
But this is
Yeah, so
they ki-
Where
yeah. Oh dear.
I'm not
Well,
Let's get to the cutscenes and things. Get those out of the way.
As if I.
Anyway. Save here first of all. One thing you can actually do as well is sign ROP. I'll do that in the morning.
these shops.
I've heard that the proprietor.
Oh yeah, that's her again.
This might be the last.
Yeah. If you didn't get anything from the dual horn, you can use Lancet on both of those, which is useful. We've already done the Albed Primer thing. Sign ROP in the morning just in case I ever do want to play that other tournament for attack reels. Replace Jasu or Bota with him,
Check it out.
which is really cool.
That sunset.
Oh, you can
was
play him at
different
midfield
from the one I saw
and
in
put Zev at
Portland.
forward, which is
It
really
was
great as well.
Quiet, almost gentle.
You can actually play Wedge,
What you
Zev
up to?
as the forwards, and then Rop as the midfielder, and they will actually never get the ball past them because they've got such a good combination of attack and block.
Pretty.
And then Zev can score against a decent amount of keepers, but Wedge can score against all of them apart from
I
Nimrok,
wish I could
which is really well, and even he can score against
live
Nimrok
like
actually, so
this,
really cool. So I'm just gonna go on with that.
living with a smile on my face every day.
You can once you beat Sin, right?
Let's
But
have a
then-
look.
A new sin will be born anyway.
Well, then you can just beat it again.
I wish I could.
Hey, you can. Trust me. You are the best summoner out there. Yuna, why does Sin always come back?
Sin is our punishment for our vanity. And
That's
it
some
will
bullshit.
not go away until we've atoned.
How do we do that? What did we do that was so bad in the first place? Ah, was it using lots of Machina or something? Oh, wait, was that such a bad thing, really?
It's funny.
Hmm.
Ever since I was young, I never questioned it. But now that you ask me if it is that bad or not, I don't know. There are so many things I don't know.
Well, then we're the same. Oh, such thinking is very unbecoming of a summoner. Sound like Micah?
Oh, we need to be able to skip this stuff. Anyway.
That's not very nice.
Oy. Not very nice, you know. Yeah, alright. Chill out.
You know, during a game, you have to think of Blitz and nothing else, you know?
Okay.
Right, so Chocobo Eater, we're just going to try and knock him off the edge so I can get the extra level 1 key spheres. A lot of people ask on the video why they get like ability spheres or mana spheres or something like that. And it's because they hit it with either one of the extract abilities or more often a weapon with distill speed or distill mana or whatever, which changes the items you get even for bosses. So you want to make sure that you've only got those equipped when you actually need those type of spheres,
I guess.
because otherwise it's just a bit of a waste. Well, it's a lot of a waste actually. If you're playing standard sphere grid, there's a load of things that you can do to make yourself overpowered, but like to be really strong like I was in my overpowered walkthrough, the tips I showed in that, then you need to be doing stuff like get a teleport sphere with Yuna so that she can be a black mage as well, and it saves you time for having to summon aeons and things, or for her just having turns that are just defending or curing or whatever else, so that she gets turns in battle and she keeps leveling up. And if she's a black mage, she actually has on the standard sphere grid higher agility, a lot higher agility, and slightly higher magic than Lulu, so she's actually a better mage than black mage than Lulu is, and she'll allow you to get more overkills, and then your party gets stronger and stronger, and it's extremely useful.
You sure it's ruins?
But in the expert sphere grid, if you can just forgo stuff like Cure and Protect and that level of her grid, those sections, she'll actually be a good black mage anyway, just going through the Ara spells, which is what I'm going to do here. So a detour from life, and we're now making our way towards the Ara spells with her, and that's why I'm not that fussed about using Lulu either. So she'll have the Aras fairly soon. Without any additional grinding, we'll just be, you know, going through the regular parts of the game.
To see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, come on. Never mind. What is with those shorts and that steampunk getup? Weird costume. Anakin. Anyway, shouldn't be too long. Before we can get through this cutscene and things like that.
It couldn't be my Xanarkin. But I had to make sure.
Did you really? Right, so now you can sign Rock. Now he costs a lot, but I'm only going to sign him one game, so he's there if I like sort of want. Get rid of Letty, because I never play him anyway. Dude gives you level 1 key sphere. Alright, read that already. Anything interesting to buy here? Nothing really. Probably could buy one of them if you wanted, but it's not really necessary. This guy have anything interesting? Nope. Woke up early for nothing. Yeah, you're telling me the story of my life at the minute. Right. So here's Rin.
Sorry?
I meant to say
Heard exactly what you said.
Oh.
I
Can speak that already.
Hello.
Huh?
Yeah.
It means
Nice to meet you. Great stuff.
if you are Elbed Primer,
Yeah.
them and
Already done it, mate.
here.
You know, just see I totally understood what you're saying.
Although you might want
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear.
That's our
Oh no.
Oh,
Huh?
No drama. You are welcome. Right, I need to save it first so I don't have to go through all that again. And who do I want in? I want everybody to get a turn, but I want a few characters to be hasted as well. So we want Tidus in so he can haste Lulu, Kimahri. Right. It should be alright. Right, let's do this.
To the
Chocobo Eater, let's go. So yeah, main thing that we're going to be doing with this thing is we want to be knocking it off the edge instead of killing it. And because my party does so much damage, in all likelihood, where is it? It's on top of the thing, isn't it? Because my party does so much damage, I'll be needing to heal it probably once or twice. Normally ends up happening when I play it. So I'll haste Tidus first, then haste Lulu. Knock this thing over. Reminds me of, unsurprisingly, Earth Eater and that massive luck grind. If you're wanting to know how to grind luck properly, then I have videos on my walkthrough showing the exact optimized ways of doing it, which is extremely useful. Right, so we'll haste this first. Yuna's not going to be doing too much, so I'll just lance it. Should have saved that for Tidus really, but it doesn't really matter. Ow! And obviously we can fire that. Right, let's get everybody else some turns. Oh, Orin can power break as well, which is cool. Pushes me back. That's no fun. Right. Let's get... Everybody will get turns soon enough anyway. Haste Yuna as well. Be knocking this thing down soon. Weak to fire. Do I have fire strike yet? No. Wow, that didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, because it's armored. Uh-huh. Okay. I'll need to knock this thing back. Right, good. Okay. Right, so if you deal 500 damage, you can knock this thing back. Which is good. And it rocks itself back up. Just need to try and get some MP back. Ah. Run out. Never mind. Okay. I'd not have been able to cast on it anyway, so... Right, was Lou hasted already? I think she was. Maybe not. Right, so, need to get this thing knocked back again. Right, so that's pretty much the main tactics. We just get people hasted and then knock it back. Ugh, irritating thing. I'm gonna kill it before it even gets there, to be honest. Right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Gonna knock this thing back on its backside in one hit. As it's weak to fire, knock it down, and they can very quickly knock it back again. Might just kill it actually, but that should knock it over. I think what would be useful is if I just use an ether on Tidus, let him haste everybody else. Should be able to knock him down. Now, how much HP has this thing got left? A little bit. That should move it back. Okay. Ugh, irritating thing. This might kill it actually. Oh well. Yeah, that's gonna kill it. God damn it. Oh well, never mind. So you miss out on the key spheres there, but not too fussed. You don't need as many of them right here anyway. Just doing too much damage really to be able to actually sort it out. But that's alright. So you miss out on a couple of things early on, but it's no big deal. Baroque sword there. I wonder what that Baroque sword has actually. Anyway, so if you knock that thing off, then you can actually get the level 1 key spheres, but we don't really need it just yet, so it's less of an issue on the expert sphere grid. So what will that actually cost us, not having those level 1 key spheres? I'll have one for there. I definitely want to use that with Kimahri after I've done the Thunder Plains bit. Won't be using one for there because Tidus doesn't need magic. Don't want to break into Riku's grid, so it's not an issue. So I mean, there's not a lot that I'd actually be using the level 1 key spheres for just yet anyway. I haven't decided if Lulu wants to get that level 1 for a little bit of extra magic and things there, but I don't think it's really necessary. So what else have we got? So I'm just gonna move Lulu this way actually. Okay. Yuna a bit of extra agility, which is useful. She's already not too far off having the Aras as it is, so. Okay, so could have actually tried to get Orin haste before that fight, which would have made it go a little smoother, but it doesn't really matter. So before Waka carries on this, we're just going to keep those, and like I say, the only thing about this is you'll be a little, if you try it this way, you'll be a little bit behind on the spheres with the characters that you keep central here, and Orin will have to obviously use a bunch of S levels to get down here as well. So there will be a little bit behind on the skills that they would normally have, but you very quickly make up for that. So I'm just going to heal up, and then we'll grab a chocobo, because you can actually use a chocobo for free here. And save us some encounters that we don't really need right now. I'm not focusing on grinding or having unnecessary stuff like that. Just do the north part of this. I want to get through as quickly as possible. And the reason I want to use this free chocobo is not only to avoid encounters and make sure that this bit goes a little quicker, but you can also get a few useful things like a fortune sphere from these chocobo feathers. So there are chocobo feathers on the ground. I think there are 3 in total, if I remember correctly. And one of them gives a fortune sphere, which is great because it lets Tidus get +4 luck, and for him to be able to hit flying enemies a little bit easier, and that's great. So we'll do these. Let's get these chests that the chocobo kicks open. I think that's the first one. Let's have a see. There are 3 in total, and you can't get in fights anyway on the chocobo, so I can always just double back if I need.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Safe.
Talking shit like normal. Love the chocobo music, as always. Do 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 do. Couple of high potions. Double back on this bit. I think there are 2 chocobo feathers on this section. So that's what we'd want to be looking out for. Where are they? There's one. Thunderblade. Oh, maybe it's that there's 2 feathers and 3 chests. I can't remember. There's definitely a fortune sphere on one of them. Let's have a look. Do 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 do. Uh-huh. Who are you?
What are you
Anything
doing?
interesting?
The hideout in. However, we have sealed. You may ask.
Yeah.
You must first go to the end of.
Okay, whatever. Where's this other feather? There it is. Is this a fortune sphere? Yeah, so fortune spheres are extremely hard to come by. You get 4 fortune spheres and 4 luck spheres throughout the course of the game, I think. So you can raise it a little bit. Let's have a look. Right, so he doesn't have any weapons or anything interesting yet. That's a crest for Orin, I think. Yeah. The names of the crests are different in this version as well, which is interesting. So they're back to the Japanese names of the crests, which is strange. But hey ho. That's everything done for that section of the road. Got all the items. Not that bothered about leveling up anymore or anything like that.
Sorry, man.
Summoner, yeah.
Sorry.
That is not a practical outfit, is it really? Jeez.
Gee.
Anything else interesting? Don't think so. Winner. Okay. Get off the chocobo, get everything sorted. And just get Orin a little bit of extra strength. Very useful. Anything useful here? Garuda Fungua, Basilisk, don't need to know what's going on there.
This is the last. Good to have you with it.
Alright. What are they doing?
Wait around.
Big weirdos. I really don't think you will, folks, but you know, love the enthusiasm.
Any donation toward operation. Thank you.
Right, so what's that scout got? Just a sensor. Oh, right. Oh, that was pointless. Never mind. So we've got an ice strike and a lightning strike one, which is cool. Got a fair few that we can actually just get rid of there as well. Water strike, strength plus 10. Oh, we'll use that. Got a good drop there then. That's brilliant actually, because that's really fortunate. So, like, normally I'll get, when we get customized unlocked, when we get Riku, I will buy a strength plus 5% sword with a free slot and put first strike on that. But instead I've got a massive strength plus 10 and a free slot from the Chocobo Eater, which is phenomenal. So, I'll be able to put first strike on that instead. How fantastic. Sometimes you just get really fortunate drops like that, so that's great. Fire ward or silence ward? We'll go silence ward still. Orin has a thunderblade, so that's useful. Depending on the enemies. Good stuff.
Hey. Thank you for your.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go through. Great stuff.
I'm sorry.
That strength weapon is really fortunate actually. It'll make a slight difference, so that's cool. I'm glad I checked. I did realise that the Baruch sword was a plus strength sword, but I just didn't assume it would be strength plus 10. I forgot you can actually get that from Chocobo Eater. So that's cool. Obviously that's not like a copyable aspect.
So, we meet again, Lady Yuna.
Hmm.
Yes?
Right, so we'll just go through this
You
bit.
look troubled. Is there anything I can do?
Well,
see.
Let's have a look.
Maester Seymour. let me
Can't
show
skip
you
this
the
stuff,
command
unfortunately.
Hold. I have a request.
center. Yes, Your Grace.
I need to have Summoner Yuna and her guardians let through to the command center.
But Maester Seymour. Maester Seymour, sir.
Okay.
Do not worry. I will take full responsibility.
Very well, they may pass.
Okay, so that's that sorted.
It's done.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Yuna, it's time to go.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Who does he think he is?
Thinks
He's
he's a
amazing.
summoner, you jackass. Yeah. Some of the dialogue's just a bit... As much as I love this game. But it's generally the actual gameplay that I love for it. And the min-maxing and all that kind of stuff being super strong. Which is what we're going to be doing here. Alright, so that's everything sorted. I don't really buy much more Waka, which is why I never actually contribute the 10 grand to him, because he'd have to buy a ton of stuff for it to actually be worth the discount. I don't really buy that kind of stuff. You can get a lot of it from other stuff, so.
Brave Crusaders of Spira, protectors of... Believe in the path you have... I, Seymour Guado...
Sir!
Alright, so I'm going to do all this.
What's going on? Why is Maester Seymour back in the Crusaders, eh? They're using Albed's Machina. They're violating the teachings.
Even going against the teachings, they're willing to risk it for the greater good. Waka, I think Maester Seymour sees that too.
But Lulu?
I can only...
Ask him yourself.
Ah, Sir Oran. It is an honor. I would be most interested in hearing what you've been doing these past 10 years.
I've got nothing to say about it.
I see. Sir Oran must be a great asset as a guardian.
Your Grace.
Please, there's no need for formalities.
Excuse me. Maester Seymour, why is your lordship present here, sir?
Please, speak as you normally would.
Isn't this operation against the teachings of Yevon? Aren't you gonna stop them?
It's true. I should. However, both the Crusaders and the Al-Bed truly wish peace for Spira. This Operation Mihen was born from that wish they share. Although it may be sacrilege to Yevon,
Alright, let's go.
as a denizen of...
Let's
But
go.
using-
Pretend you did...
Beg your pardon, but
Then
you're...
From the first time I laid...
Weird little dialogue, but
But
yeah.
you know, some of the things he said that day...
Right, let's get through this. So, Mushroom Rock, Jose High Road and all that stuff. Believe these guys give you stuff as well. Yeah. Gives me the ether that I just used there. Never use items or ethers really anyway, but I love how everybody just gives you random shit like. Yeah, you can fight without regret. Seymour knows what's up. It's gonna get you smashed, mate.
The command.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take that road to the command. We're still in the midst of...
How have they not managed to clear the fiends away in this area, by the way? Anyway.
Marching wheat, Crusaders.
Oh, so that's water. What have we got? No good way of getting rid of these things, really. Not easily, anyway. I'll just see. Don't think Lee will be able to overkill these things yet. But at least you can take it out. And they missed there, which is always good. Waka still got his Eye Strike weapon. Yeah, let's see how much he does to these then. No, that's maybe enough to overkill it. We'll see. Oh, not quite. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should have just put no blaze on. Yeah, you can do that. All of these things attacks are fire based, so. Oh, can't wait till Yuna gets the Aras. Well, it won't be too long off anyway. Right, so Tita should kill this thing. No overkill though, unfortunately. Yuna can null this.
Shield us from fiery fury.
And then Oren can get the last hit. So no overkill, but doesn't really matter. Oh, I don't even need that because I've got another turn. Yeah, yeah. Have to see if he's got an Ice Strike weapon. Oh no, he doesn't, because that's the only type of weapon he's got. So, oh well, never mind. And then we'll either let Tidus have an Ice Strike weapon. Oh, he does. Plus 10% is probably adding almost as much anyway. Well, not quite, but get the critical hit. $90 AP, not too bad. Again, not really any point in having Yuna in or anything like that. There's a Waka again. Anything interesting? Nope. That's not bad for Lulu actually, but then again I'm barely using her, so. Alright, so what have we got? Let's see what Waka can do about this. So this thing has lightning strike, so we'll just change to this one. Just cause. Can Tidus hit this? Nah. But at least that's him having a turn, so that's cool. As long as he doesn't get... so this thing's getting hit there. Might as well let Kimahri have a turn just before I very quickly switch again. Balfour will be able to take this thing out with water. See if he can actually overkill it or not. Probably not, but... or she can overkill it. Balfour is definitely feminine. What do you reckon, Balfour? Any chance? Yeah. Oh, good. Well, just so you know there. Alright, so sorted. Make sure we keep saving. Nothing to pick up around here. Accidentally ran back. Whoops. Never mind. So, now we're just going to plough through, carry on going through these kind of things. Might try and get the overdrives back up so that I have them versus Sin Spawn. Can rip a chunk of damage off on that and then overkill it and things. Obviously. No point really saving Tidus's overdrives because you want to get Blitz Ace as often as you can. So let's see what we can get here. Right, that's that thing taken down. It'll go much quicker once we get a few things sorted, namely, let's have a look. Oh good, we can still overkill that, that's good. Ow. Ow again. Right, sorry, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Let me see. Yeah, so we'll overkill this thing again. It'll go a lot smoother once Yuna gets to the Aras, that's the main thing, so yeah. How far are we off having that? She's still quite a few levels off. Could do with her getting Fire, really, but never mind. I could grind a little bit around here to try and get her these levels, but it's not really worth it. So we need 1, 2, 3 levels. That's quite a fair amount, to be honest. Not really worth the grind just yet. So get Aura and Flee just in case. So yeah, you could grind around here if you wanted. Not really necessary. Is this Garuda? Yeah. They get a decent amount of you get a decent amount of EXP from those at least. Kimahri with his good attack. And Oren can power break it sometimes. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get haste on the job.
This should be quick.
Get Kimahri a few more strikes as well. Get Waka some hits. And then we'll just finish it off. Don't think we really get the overkill here either. Unless we want to use... What's the overkill on these things? Oh, Kimahri could use jump. Whoa, that did nothing. That was garbage. Oh well. No overkill, never mind. Anyway. Let's carry on, carry on. Thousand gil there, good, good. Bunch of potions, always fun. Oh wow, actually missed. Let's kill this thing. Not focusing on all of the overkills too much. Just want to be getting a reasonable amount of it going on. And getting the battles over with fairly quickly. That's that. Lulu's so slow as well, it's very irritating. Save sphere if you just caught a glimpse of it, that's one of the places you can go with the airship later. No blaze on. Tita should be able to kill the thing. Oh no, it's going to use pollen then. Oh. Okay, killed that. Fire sorted there. So yeah, at the minute, even though this is like a sort of overpowered playthrough, you can tell that we're not really as well set up as you would be normally. But once we get those Ara spells with Yuna, it'll go a lot more smoothly, and then when we get to the Thunder Plains, it's absolutely ridiculous. But I mean, the guys are still hitting very hard, so that extra strength sphere does help a lot, because everybody's got it. But with Lulu not being particularly strong yet, we just need that sort of thing fixing first. A bit of magic defense, we'll take that. What spells are they using? They're using... yeah, lightning shield actually is not so bad. Stick with that. Kimahri's got all of those. Orin doesn't have anything yet. Okay, so we're still good with what we've got going on there.
We've been expecting.
Alright, got remedy there just in case we ever need that. Right, so what have we got? So, overkill there, easy one. Let Yuna have her turn. I'll just kill the thing with... I'll just kill the other thing with Lulu for this one. Can't be bothered summoning the Aeon again because of the way that the turns worked out. So I'll cheer again. Waka should be able to overkill the mushroom. Or in fact Tidus himself. No overkill though, that's annoying. Tidus gets hit again, but I mean it doesn't really matter because we've got so much extra HP as well, which is always helpful. Okay.
The presence of a maester, myself included.
Okay.
In the end, but seeing their fear, so I decided.
Yeah.
Truly, I know nothing of. I'm hoping. Is there any? Take care. Is there anything I?
Alright. Might as well heal up a bit. Good stuff. How annoying. Is the problem with hitting that thing without killing it, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll survive. Again, that extra HP coming in handy. Unless they all target the same person, which unfortunately they are doing. But even if Tidus dies, it's not a problem because I'll just use life with Yuna. Ow. How rude. Alright, so we'll take this thing out first. And then we'll have Yuna resurrect Tidus. Then we're good to go. Do want to get Orin a turn every time. Nice to be able to have an excuse to use life as well. Nah, we're just messing about with him, mate. Anyway, there's Orin. Waka can get the kill. Another overkill. So yeah, I mean, it's at the minute, want everybody to be getting turns just so that we can keep them leveling up. And as soon as Yuna gets enough sphere grid levels, then we're good to go. Just wondering how much AP she'd need to her next level. Let's have a look. 44. Ah, so she's not far off another level actually. Might just have, might just see about getting her that extra S level. And with Kimahri, we want to be going through Yuna's grid from here. So this is the way he's going to be going, so we don't want to just use up, we don't want to move him away from here just yet, because that would be a waste of levels long term, so we're okay being very slightly underpowered at the minute. Save those S levels up. Orin can get a bit of extra damage there, which is always good. He gets a tiny little bit of agility soon as well. And Lulu's just a little bit behind Yuna, as you can see there, because I've not been using her, because as soon as I get those Ara spells, there's no need for me to even use her anymore. Right, so what I'll do is, with Yuna, I will actually let's have a look. Hopefully this thing doesn't pollen again. Ah! It's annoying when you can't kill those in one hit, but it won't be long before I'm able to. Missed on Walker anyway. So, kill that thing.
Oh yeah.
Thing goes down as well. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Do. Right, that's them taken out. Oh, I didn't get Orin a turn. Oh well, never mind. Do. He's not so far off. Oh, it's so close to being so powerful. I can feel it. Okay, so there's Lamashtu and Vlovir and everything else. Right, got the overkill on that because of cheer, that's why I used cheer there obviously. Orin comes in. Hold on. And then Balfour kills this thing. Right, so
Lady
almost
Summer.
there on this one. Wrecking the joint is what we're doing. I'm sure there's a lift that you can take down and get an extra item somewhere as well. I'm just struggling to remember where it is. Maybe I'm imagining things. Find out. Could have sworn there was another lift somewhere. Ah yeah, here it is. Yep, Serene Armlet, that's for Kimahri I think. Yeah, Armlet's a Kimahri, so Berserk Ward, always useful. There's Garuda.
It is an honor, Sir Orin.
Not too bothered about these things, it takes too long to kill them. We'll just kill it. Just kill this. A few more hits in. He just learns ally, which is cool. I'll get Lulu a turn just for this one because you do get slightly more experience for these. And I think actually I might just overkill it with Guardian Force thing. Just to get that little bit of extra from the overkill. I would imagine that overkills it. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. Smashed. Yeah. If you have Kimahri get steel, you can actually get smoke bombs from these things as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you get a lot there. That's useful armor for Orin now. Dark Ward. Right, I'm just going to see how far Yuna is off that next one, because if she has Fira for the next fight, that's very useful. 94. Right, so we'll get that extra level with her, just because it's not going to take very long to do. Lulu's still miles off, so not much point with her. I could have boosted their magic as well. But I'll do that in just a minute when we get to the middle of the grid, so that's cool. Right. Because, yeah, I could have used the actual magic sphere that you get in Luca, but I'll do that in the centre of the Ara spells instead. Doesn't really make a big deal. So, yeah, so you could use the magic sphere there, but instead I'll just put it here and use that. Not far to go. So, our nefarious plan is almost coming to fruition, where we'll get, yeah, another 400 gil, good. Our nefarious plan is coming to fruition, so let's have a look. Got another Garuda, and this will be it. So that's absolutely fine. Dark attack on this again. And we know exactly how much damage we do with Ifrit now, so we just make sure everybody gets a turn. Because it's a big chunk of EXP. And then we're good to go from there. And there's Yuna. Right, so we're just going to boost off until we've got overdrive there. Use that. Should be fine. And so that's even if they hit Ifrit, and if he does hit him, then I can just heal myself back up with fire, which is the advantage of using the elemental ones. And obviously they've got more HP as well, because Yuna has higher HP from using those 2 HP spheres, so makes your Guardian Forces really strong as well, which is cool. So one more boost and then we'll have overdrive, and we'll overkill this thing, and Luna will have fire. Which is cool. Boom. So for the time it takes to get that overdrive to overkill it, it's pretty good use of your time, I would say. Because, you know, you're getting such a massive amount of AP from those things, so well worth killing those. So is that Yuna with Nest level? Yes it is. That is what we wanted. Alright. So now she has fire, and that is huge damage. And Orin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 levels from where he wants to be, so that's not too much. We can just carry on with that now. Okay. Now the choices you make in dialogue here can actually affect who survives, but I can't remember who's who.
I want to fight too.
Orders are orders.
I'm not a cadet anymore, sir.
Hmm.
Let me go with you and I'll prove it to them.
Guarding the command center is important too, you know.
Okay.
But I came all the way from Besaid to fight Sin, sir.
I know, but an order's an order. To your post, Crusader.
But, sir!
Oh, so rude. Let's have a look.
They let you through, huh?
Oh, why did I do this? This is just an optional scene. I shouldn't have bothered. Oh well, never mind. Never mind.
Deserves better.
At least there's no chance he'll get hurt. Why are you guys fighting anyway? Aren't the almighty Albed Machina enough?
They still need some time to get them ready. Our job is to keep Sin at bay till they're done. Waka. I might not get another chance to say this. It's about your brother.
Luzu, no!
What?
I'm the one who convinced him to enlist.
Was he deck him? I can't remember. Did he punch him? Yeah, probably. Yep, thought so.
Waka! That's enough, Waka!
When we used to play Blitz together, Chapu used to say... He said that when we won the cup, yeah, he proposed to Lulu. And then one day, he goes off and becomes a crusader, just like that.
Chapu also said to me that being with your girl is good. But keeping Sin far away from her is better.
Lou, you knew?
Luzu told me. before we left.
Mm-hmm.
She hit me too.
All Crusaders in the Vanguard are to assemble on the beach.
That's my cue.
Luzu, don't die out there.
So you can hit me more?
Lots more.
Honestly, come on.
Don't go.
These things take a little while.
Let him go. The man has already chosen his path, as you did when you became a summoner.
It would be a long time before I ever really understood the reason why Yuna let Luzu pass that day.
I still don't understand. I can't even remember. Anyway, I'm not taking this story part of it very seriously, am I? Oh well. Right, so we got Fira just in time without really having to do any additional grinding, which is great. It's going to make this next fight go much quicker, which is great. And will help us get a ton more overkills going forward, unless things absorb fire, and it won't be very long until we get those anyway. So now we'll be able to get a lot of overkills with Yuna, and that is extremely helpful. Let's have a look. Just got to go through all these cutscenes.
Curses. Ow! Ugh.
He really hates them, huh?
Chapu. He left the sword Waka gave him in Besaid.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought with an Albed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. Can you get anything else here? Nothing major that I remember anyway. Yeah, I'm sure you will. It's cool being able to like hear all the Albed stuff as well, so. Yeah. Now we do want to talk to Oaka and see what he's got. Yeah.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that.
Hmm.
It might be a hopeless campaign. And it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Albed, they're doing their best to defeat sin. They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it? Isn't it?
All right. But I still think Machina are bad news.
Lady Sun, the command center is that.
Maester Ki...
Yes.
Okay, so anybody give you any stuff? Yeah. Maybe you should. Spoke to this person, didn't I? Yeah. Right, so I'll just buy some stuff from Owaka, or specifically one thing. I only really buy the Confused Ward, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Right, so you could get that. It's kind of cool, but I'll be putting First Strike on that Baroque Sword, which is an awesome drop that I got. But even if you weren't doing, then very, very soon you get the ability to customize, and I'll be having a First Strike, Strength plus 10, plus 5 weapon, even if I hadn't got that Baroque Sword. Stone Touch is good, but it loses you overkills, so don't like it too much. Initiative's really good, but you can get one for free in the Thunder Plains fighting Quacktars. That's no good at all, not bothered about that. Already got Ice Ward. Sleep Ward can be kind of useful, so with that one being so cheap, I do tend to buy that one. Water Ward, kind of useful. Null Tide, Red Ring, sort of useful, but not really worth spending the money on. But then that Lucid Arm Guard is very useful, so good to get that as well. Got a couple of things there. And then you can see if there's any items you want. He sells things a little cheaper, but not really with it. We'll see about maybe buying some other stuff there. Anyway, good to know that we helped him be able to rip people off. Excellent. Grab everything here. Don't give a shit. Chocobo!
Please check.
Yeah.
I came, but they.
If you want to. First, you.
Yeah. Anyway. Get through all this stuff.
Oh. I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
Oh, is that Keenock? Yeah, he's a
That's
dick and all.
Keenock, one of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks and also commands the crusaders.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna get through this kind of crap.
Dismissed.
Sir.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
This plan won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream
Certainly do.
a little longer.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
I heard that, Oren. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
It is time at last.
Seriously, I know I had a quiet period there, but as much as I love this game, I'm just sitting here thinking I really wish I could skip the cutscenes. But never mind, never mind. So, we're just going to beat the Sin Spawn, and then I'll call it for another episode there, I think. That's a convenient place to leave it. I'm so close to getting to the Thunder Plains and customize and Riku and things like that, and it won't take very long. So I'm like really looking forward to that. Grab the stuff from these chests.
I'm a little nervous.
Serene Brace is a good one for Oren as well, I think. Yeah. Always useful one to have.
I'm a little.
Yeah.
Could happen.
I am so ready for combat, don't worry about it. Right, so... actually better if I use Oren for haste. So that's one of the great things about the Expert Sphere Grid is he has that little bit of MP and haste as well, which is cool. So we'll get more casts of it, and it takes less turns, so that'll be good.
You won't.
I remembered, Orin. Sin is...
Yeah. Sin is jacked. Well, at least these cutscenes are cool. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to cast haste on everybody, get everybody a turn, and then Yuna is just going to go in with Fira, which is cool. Fira, which will be awesome. And then we can waste the heck out of the Sin Spawn. And use overdrives on it if I've got those as well. I didn't actually check if I had my overdrives built up with Tidus and Waka, but never mind, we'll see. Can't remember what the overkill levels are for it, so I'll have to see. Okay, so that's not doing a ton of damage. That'll be a little quicker way of doing it. Okay, so that misses. Stop the head first of all. And then we'll get everybody hasted. The head is moving suspiciously. Yeah, will you really? Right, so first things first, let's get Waka in. Stop the head. And then haste again. Get Lou out in a minute. Ow. Kimahri a turn as well. Right, okay, so that's everything sorted there. We're just going to get Lulu, no, Yuna in, haste on her as well, and then we're good to go. So he gets a turn. Ooh, Demi. Whatever. Not that fussed about that. Take out the arms, there we go. Right, now on Kimahri's turn, we'll get Yuna out. And she can start casting black magic. See how much this does. There we go. And that's why it's cool to have Yuna have that amount of black magic available. So, don't think you can power break the boss, but we'll check. Oh, okay. Stop the head moving. Right. So I'm just going to cheer now. And then I will cure up Tidus. And then everybody's hasted and everybody can do big damage, so. Make short work of that boss, everybody's had a turn, and then we're good to go. Take a little bit of damage there, but not tons. Stop the head moving one more time. And then I'll be able to kill this thing. I'm not sure what the overkill is for it. I could go for an overdrive. But I think what I'll actually just do is whittle this thing down. And then finish it with... well, anything really. Got a little bit of damage going there, but nothing major. Power break. Just cure up again whenever you need it. I could use Lancet as well if I really needed, but Can very quickly whittle this thing down. It's not far off being dead now. Right, I'm actually just going to hit this thing 1 or 2 more times. And then after that, I can use Orin's overdrive on it, which hits everything. So that reduces the damage quite a lot. But Dragon Fang, like I say, hits everything, so... Bust the arms like that. And then I'll just energy rain. It should do a good chunk of damage. And hopefully overkill. And then I've got another cutscene, then I've got to fight it again. That'll all be good. Good, so we got the overkill there. Which is all good. Now you can get a sleep strike weapon from this. But it's not worth resetting and doing that relatively protracted fight again and again and again for. So if we get one, great. If we don't, nah, no drama. But yeah, we shall see. Now we've got the cutscene here with Sin, which is really cool. That all sorted.
Look out!
Oh dear me, everybody gets vaporized apart from the people with plot armor, obviously. Which is cool. Because otherwise we'd be in trouble. Game could be over right there. But yeah, fortunately, use the old plot armor to survive. Oh no! There's Seymour. Thinking he's a badass, but actually he's just a bit of a jackass. His music's cool though.
Stand back, Lady Yuna.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? You just start fighting him. You stood alongside him, that's not standing back. Honestly. Not really paying attention, are they? Okay, so what's he got? He's got all of these spells, which is useful. Take out the arms first. So he's got a decent amount of what's the word? MP. Huge amount of MP actually, but yeah. Anything you can do? Right, just gonna haste Orin first. Nah, I'll haste Seymour first, so we can get a bunch of turns in. Can't remember what his overdrive is. I know it's something cool. Cast a bunch of spells with these two. Overkill that. Wonder if he overkills them then. I can't be bothered changing and things, so I'll just wait. This will take it out. Good, good. Nice easy overkill. Abusing Seymour. Smashed. Good stuff. So yeah, we overkilled both of those, so we'll get all the AP and everything else. Nice. Ton of level 1 key spheres. Ah, did I just get a sleep strike weapon for Tidus instead of anyone else? Well, it's cool that we got the sleep strike weapon, so, you know, that's the main thing. But yeah, we seem to be getting all the weapon drops for Tidus at the minute. Shame we couldn't have got it for, like, well, anyone else, but never mind. Yawn. Obviously this doesn't work, because that'd be a really, really short Final Fantasy game, whereas, you know, they're pretty long usually. So you will be unsurprised to know that this does not, in fact, stop Sin. Wrecked! What do you think was going to happen? Oh, look, smashed. Silly Albed. At least they tried, though. But yeah, everybody gets smashed. Seymour already knew what was going on. How does Waka not figure out that she's Albed? Anyway, whatever. Spoilers. That's a bit late, wasn't it? Never mind. Right, so we're going to finish this, we're going to save it, and then we'll call it a day for that particular episode. Almost there. So yeah, obviously Yuna's going to be our main damage dealer now. She'll do enormous damage with her spells and everything else, which is awesome. And then we're just going to rush through the next part with the High Road and Josei and Moonflow. We get Riku, we get Customize, which is awesome, and then by the time we get to the Thunder Plains, we'll do the 50 lightning dodges and be insanely overpowered. So yeah, that's what we're all about. I wonder if that Sleep Strike weapon can have any free slots, because if I got a Sleep Strike weapon in a free slot, then I would put First Strike on that, and that would be well cool. But if not, I'm very, very happy with my plus 10 drop, which was pretty wicked anyway. In fact, if that was the case, I'd be very tempted to play the other Blitzball tourney. Let's have a look. Ah, just Sleep Strike by itself. Still cool, still a good weapon, but yeah, I'll put First Strike on this, and then I'll have Sleep Strike as well if I ever need it. Lucid Arm Guard that we bought. Stick with Noxious Chaos Sith, that's pretty cool. If I was actually using Lulu, then I would customize First Strike on that as well. Everybody dead, oh no. That's not cool. Where am I going? Not this way apparently. Seriously, where am I going? Proper lost track. It's weird what you forget when you've not played the game for a while. Things that you just take for granted the rest of the time. What am I actually trying to find then? So, dead then. Nothing this way. Poor dudes. I think I'm trying to find Luzu or Gata armor, whichever one of them survived. Oh yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. Mate, all your mates are dead. Oh dear. Dead.
Don't you run away from me!
Everyone, stand back! I'll summon!
You won't hurt it. Your powers are still too weak.
Uh-oh.
I must do something!
Honestly, talking absolute bobbins as usual. Never mind. So we're just going to wait for all this stuff to go. Some weird parts in this game. Anyway, just going to sit through this. So yeah, as we're just going to
Maybe I was angry.
go through
I kept thinking of...
and outline the plan. So the plan is now we want those 3 strength spheres for the lightning dodging. That's the next big thing. Not much point grinding or anything like that. So we're going to do Josei Temple, Moonflow, get Riku, be able to customize, and then as soon as we get to Thunder Plains we are overpowered for the absolute rest of the game. So looking for it. Should be good. So we're just going to go through all this stuff. And skip through this. Right, so because this is just cutscenes, and this is not really a cutscene based playthrough, I don't really have anything to say here, so I'm going to call this as an episode, and then I will pick up when we recommence and we're on the Josei High Road. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all next time for the next installment.
You just said you can't.